a way of testing the current dev through Sandbox?
I was wondering if I could do that. I mean, I don't have any experience using the what's it called? The dashboard.
Yeah, the Sandbox. I can't think of the name offhand. The analysis tool. Let's see here.
I'm drawing a blank. The desk.
Rundeck.
Rundeck.
Yeah.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah.
I am recording, yeah. So what we want to do, okay, we want to run with the dev version. So we so look under projects. I guess nodes. No, I guess you got to go to dashboard or something. It doesn't look like it. I guess jobs. Right there.
So Jim, are you trying to find the current test of the code for the long deploy, or
well, I'm trying to find the node configuration. I mean, which version of our chain is it running?
Oh, okay.
I guess we need a guide to go through this with us again so we know how to use it. I don't remember how to use it. It's like I've seen it used once, but I don't know how to navigate it. Maybe Brad, do you have any idea how we set the version of our chain to run here?
You're not able to link it to a dev branch?
We just don't know the menu choices to take. We just don't know how to navigate the run deck.
Hi, Jim.
Is this?
Hey, Arvin, how are you doing?
Arvin, yeah.
Greetings.
Greetings. Yes. Well, right now we're reviewing Rundeck, which is a tool for evaluating the Sandbox testnet.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I could, poke around in here. Eventually, I probably would find it, but, whether it takes me 5 minutes or 15 minutes or a half hour. Let's see here.
NetZipper to the rescue.
Hey.
There we go. Well, welcome, NetZipper. So I have Rundeck up, and we were wanting to find what current version of Node the sandbox is running, and we don't know how to get around in the run deck. So maybe you can help us navigate to where we need to be if that is possible to find that information.
We
You
want
can
to,
see,
we wanted to run the dev version.
you can see jobs, jobs, and scroll down. Recent jobs, and pick the last one. The last one, start rnode. So no. The last one is the top one. So
Oh, okay.
you can see to the right there is a Docker image 12.
Yeah.
In the second column.
Second, right? Okay, Docker.
Okay, so we can set that in the start node, or
There it is. Yeah, Docker image 12. Okay.
Yeah. So to restart nodes from the fresh, you should run the Docker job start rnode. You can see in the upper part of the screen, start rnode, in the top, at the very top. So these are jobs. You need job start rnode.
it's down.
Okay.
Yes, this one.
Okay. Jobs start rnode. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So as you are trying to create a new network, you should set clear data yes and stop node yes. So Docker image dev branch, network ID, change this to something irrelevant if you're not trying to run it long term, just some random stuff.
Why wouldn't we be running it long term?
I mean that you're done planning to run your node and to reconnect to this network.
This is the
So
node
maybe
we want. This is what we want to run tests on, right?
yeah, you need to know this network ID if you are planning to run your own node and connect to this network. But if you don't want to and you just want to use sandbox nodes, you just can print some gibberish here.
Yeah, I mean, it should work if people connect to it and test. So it should have the regular name, for the sandbox. Right?
Well, after someone will for sure restart this network, so it will leave only if you have some nodes connected to this network. And actually, on restart, you will clean the rnode folder, and there will be a new Genesis block. So there you cannot maintain this network for a long run. If you need sandbox for something else. If you will restart the network.
I don't think we need the sandbox for anything else but the test dev. Do we?
Well, I quite often restart network to test. I was testing mostly 12 branch because I found some bugs and I tried to reproduce them. But for example, you found some bug in dev branch and you're trying to reproduce on a stable release and on previous releases.
So if you want to find out what the name of what's running in the sandbox, you have to go into the jobs and look at the start to see what the name is.
The name of the last run. On each run, you pick a new network ID. You can reuse network ID, and if you reuse network ID, all nodes that were connected to this network will be able to. Actually, no, they won't be able to reconnect because they have wrong DAG. they have to clear the rnode folder. So if you reboot the network, actually you should change the network ID.
Okay, thank you. So you don't want nodes that were connected to the last network connecting to this network. So you might want to do something like sandbox 11, sandbox 12, sandbox 13.
Yes, you can do this.
Yes. So that
But I personally just do some long random string, so it will never repeat.
Oh, okay.
But when I try to do something, some tests to break the sandbox.
Okay, so we need to copy and paste that in. So we need to know what it is. So we put that in the in the Discord channel, maybe.
Okay.
You can use at least sandbox 1709 2019.
Okay.
So this day.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So Jim, is that how you want to, if we're going to be using the date as an extension, do we want month, day, year, or do you prefer year, month, day? Any preference?
Year, month, day is the standard.
Year, month, that's what I thought. Okay, year, month, day. Okay, so we'll standardize on network ID being the word sandbox, and then followed by the year, the month, and the day. Okay. And this is going, which log was this going on to?
I was going to suggest putting it in the sandbox Discord channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. The Discord. Okay, so let me do that so I don't forget.
Running blob this morning.
You said blob?
No, well, no, just to paste in the name.
Oh, gotcha.
We're running dev as.
How does that look?
Good.
Okay. Okay.
And now we want to run it, right? So we want to.
So, okay, is there anything else here that we need to change?
Well, will we still get dev from that Docker full address, or do we need to change that? We want to get the dev branch, and so if we use rnode-dev, we should get 13, right? We don't need to change that because dev is what we want. I guess it would be good to make sure we actually get 13.
That's
we can start this. Dev should be 13.
Dev, okay, so like this?
No, don't change it.
Okay.
In other words, dev should always give us the current dev branch.
Okay.
Right, but Jim, 0913 is a release. Current dev branch is beyond 0913. It has more changes from 0913. So those are two different things.
Oh. I thought you were saying that that these new things were in dev that we wanted to get into. We wanted to get to release. So dev is beyond 13. So okay.
Okay. All right.
And dev is what we want.
Okay.
Not 13.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Okay,
so
we have
now,
our,
so now we want to save this or whatever. Do we have to hit save or something?
yeah, down here. Well, we've got run job now, run job later.
Run job now. You need
Okay,
one.
let me see what this is there. Okay. Let me just take a peek at here, what that is. Okay.
Okay, so it will took like 3 or 4 minutes.
Now, how do we look at the logs?
At the node logs,
Yeah.
let me rejoin. I will show you. I have a different computer.
Okay, so now so I need to run the dev version. In order to propose to these, right? And how do I find the dev version?
Is this what you're looking for? Yeah.
I missed it, whatever it was. What's this?
RChain node files. So, yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that is.
Um, so if you highlight the whole thing, including the HTTP, and go to that address, you should. Oh, same rnode. Name rnode. That's the name of the network. Not to,
Sorry.
where it says name. What's the name of the network?
What's the name of the network?
I don't know.
No, this is just this is a ready command that you paste into your console, and this will print out the node log stream. So basically, you need to replace node 0 with node 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 to connect to different nodes log streams. Or you can get into the diagnostics local to see fresh rnode log file.
Now, how did you get to this?
You paste in Discord. There's a link to it here in Discord under Sandbox Testnet.
Oh,
Yeah, so this is in some place. I don't remember, but this is maintained by SRE team, as far as I know. And there is some page that is maintained by SRE team, but I don't know if it is publicly available.
And just what?
What was the comment about the publicly available NetZipper?
So there is a page in Atlassian in the wiki with all the links to maybe configs, logs, and there was this link as well. I'm not sure I remember that page. I just bookmarked this link to my browser. So
this is the one that Jim is showing that says node 0,
yes.
but I don't know if that makes a difference. But yeah, okay.
Click on that HTTP address, Steve.
Yeah, well, this is what came up.
Okay, yeah, so
highlight the HTTP all the way down to the end of the line, and do a right click and do a go to.
No. Actually, you should. Well, maybe your browser will stream logs, but this won't be real time. To see current logs, it's better, I think, to go to the diagnostics folder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so go diagnostics local. So rnode log, you can see that looks like fresh. So this is it. This is it running on the network sandbox 2019. It looks like this is valid network ID, right? We just used that.
Yeah, there's the network ID.
Nice. So if we want to propose stuff to this network, we have to run it. We have to run a node, right? A dev node.
Well, you can just you can control auto proposes. So if you go to the run deck, you go to the jobs, and control auto propose. So you can change the propose period, and you can deploy some contract if you wish, but you most probably don't. So you can just say that, hey, this now.
We wanted to deploy stuff, right, Rao? That was what we wanted to do today. Rao?
Yeah, no, what I was suggesting, NetZipper, I guess before you came on, I was saying that we now have synchrony constraint in the dev branch merged. And we also have...
we have that.
Yeah, we have that. That's the reason why I was saying use the dev branch to test to see what kind of proposal times or problems you get is one thing I was suggesting. The other thing is Sebastian's API changes. It's not merged yet, but it's ready for review. So I was asking the community to review feedback as much as possible so that maybe we can get it out in this coming release in the next couple of days. If the synchrony constraint tests look good, we're probably going to try and do a release in the next couple of days, even though that's like a 1-week cadence.
That's great.
And then there is also, I think, part of DOM's API stuff to replace data at name, I think, should be mostly in the dev right now. I think is merged mostly. So those are basically what I'm trying to get out as 0914. If again, I mean, the Sebastian stuff depends on community feedback. I guess we'll leave it open for a couple of days, and if we don't get feedback, maybe we'll release it and then take feedback later or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Does this break anything?
Which one, Sebastian's?
Yeah.
Well, what we did was we created a new API. So the old one still works. And in fact, if we remove the old, so the old one is deprecated, but the old one is something we are using internally even right now for some of the tests and some of the, I think the PyR chain
Right.
thing. So that's the reason why for some time, either through or after mainnet, we may be running in parallel. I mean, as soon as we can get to changing that PyR chain and tests, we will be in a good shape to say that that's not available anymore. But that might break some of the other people in the community if anybody is doing stuff. But I think the new API, I think most of the people that are going to come on from now on. So the new API is the one they should be using.
Right. Okay, so
Jim, talking about should we run our own node? The answer is no. We just can say that all nodes should propose, for example, every 30 seconds, and when we deploy stuff, it will be proposed in 30 seconds.
okay, let's do it. Where do we put that?
Okay, we want to change.
Well, we don't know about 30 seconds. Basically, you have, it's based on the 1/3 stake rule now, right? That's what the synchrony constraint is doing.
So, sorry, I didn't get that.
I'm saying the synchrony constraint requires 1/3 of the stake to be behind a block before you could.
Yeah, but I guess if you are running rnode propose, it will just.
Oh, you're talking about this proposed period 60 seconds. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. So
make it 1 second. Actually, if you make it 1 second, you'll get through your tests quicker. Or should. Meaning this proposed period, all it's doing is basically delaying proposals. So if you remove that, then as soon as somebody is ready, meaning the condition is met, you should be able to move forward.
Yeah, I think that's going to really overload everything. Though 1 second is.
I don't think so. No, 1 second is that 1 second is the delay, Jim. So if the other conditions are met, it's not going to overload anything.
Yeah, but I think Jim is saying that every second node will try to figure out if it has everything that is needed to propose. So it will evaluate the DAC for if he has enough stake from different validators in the justification.
It's like in 100 seconds, you'll have 500 blocks proposed.
Well, that's a good point. I guess give it a shot and see. Let's see what happens. Worst case, we bring the sandbox down and then we can
at least attempt.
Yeah,
I guess, Jim. So it will be 500 attempts to propose. So it won't necessarily propose because there can be another proposing progress, or node has no sufficient other validators stake in the block justification.
Right.
Okay, so we're leaving it at 1 second, correct?
Yeah, let's try this.
Okay. So run job now, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to press that.
Now, what exactly is it proposing now?
Nothing. It's just calling propose. So if you didn't deploy anything, it say that there is no deploys. So I just won't propose anything.
Is that going to test? Is that going to test the propose time?
No, but I can start right now my script deploying ref transfers, conflicting ref transfers that usually led to network bloat. So we can check what's happening.
So where do we do the propose? Where do we do the deploys?
We can do this from our machines.
So we have to load the dev version on our machine.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
That's what I thought.
If you guys want, there is a branch that Adam has created that basically he's using for testing. Let me give you the name of the branch. Give me 1 second.
Forgot. Is there a dev build published somewhere?
Well, there's a there is a branch basically run off of the dev to do the current testing, and that name is.
Oh, so we're not running it, the current. We're not running that branch. We're running dev.
No, it's the same. I mean, basically, you are running the latest.
We're not running the any. We're running the dev branch.
You're running the dev branch, which is the same as this other branch, because this other branch was created just whatever 20 minutes ago or something.
I just wanted to say something real quick, since we have Arvin joining us on the call, and I believe he joined us regarding his My rchain wallet. So Arvin, right now we're working through some node testing, but the goal is, since you're on the line, to discuss the My rchain wallet. Does that sound all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we haven't forgotten about you.
Yeah, if you guys want to switch the conversation to that.
It's just my network problem. I'm late. Yeah.
Oh, no worries. Let's see here. So we have about a little more than 20 minutes left. So, okay, I mean, so we Arvin joined us today to discuss My rchain wallet, and do we want to take a few minutes now and just discuss that, or
Yeah, I would say since he's here,
Okay.
let's talk about that.
Okay, so yeah, thank you, Arvin, for putting together the hear me share my screen here, that interface for the wallet. Okay, so everyone can see my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so so here we go. So that was the look. Now, so this is the user interface, and so let's see here. So I guess the things to discuss are, how to connect it to the rchain platform, and what API to use. Arvin, have you been following any discussions that we've been having on the API, or have you put any thoughts on how you're connecting the wallet to the rchain platform?
Actually, I'm not familiar with this API by now. So maybe I need someone to help me to build this rchain wallet. Yeah, I can develop the front end website.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's helpful. It's we're learning everyone and what their skill sets are and where their area of expertise is. That's all a part of learning and understanding everything. So NetZipper is on the call, and he has a familiarity with the APIs. But I guess my question is, am I asking the right questions? I guess as far as, I guess the goal is ultimately to have a functional RChain wallet in development. And so Arvin's working on the front end. RChain is the back end, and then the middle piece is connecting the two, which is the API. NetZipper, any thoughts on what would be the API of choice to connect the Arvin's wallet to the RChain platform?
Well, yeah. Actually, there is only one API call that should be used, is a deploy. So you basically deploy in a contract that making send of the rev. I'm not sure that there is some easy readable registry of tokens created, and what's the general line of token creation, if there are any standards developed to date. But the only thing you need is to send a deploy command with the payload of the template, which is sending invoking the RevVault contract. So we should use library provided by Tomislav, and with fresh changes, it should be much easier. So first we need to figure out what do we want to have in the UI. So basically, I think the first thing we just need ref transfer. So there should be ability to create a wallet, to see the balance of a wallet, to send tokens, to have a history of transfers. So pretty much everything that we need is already in the sketch by Erwin. So we just should to talk more about that maybe in the Discord channel, and to try to codify something.
So I guess there's really two action items here. One is, review the interface. I guess choose, what we're going to do first, which is, I guess, the basic rev transfer operations, or the balance and such that he's saying. So review the interface, suggest updates, changes, whatever, improvements.
Okay.
But we need to really create define a team. Who's going to be working on the various pieces of this, and then I guess that the team can focus on developing the app, right?
Okay.
Question is who's who wants to work on this, and I know other people have been considering the wallet. So we have available resource now. Arvin to work on the user interface side of it, and I guess who's going to work with them is needs to be determined in developing this.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to consider whether this should be done as a DAPI app. I guess that would, if Lynette is on the team, I guess that can be done. I don't know if that has to be the only way. It's
Well, if Lamoyet is willing to integrate the wallet functionality into his application, so he just have a UI ready, so he can do this. But we will more, I think, work on the web-based wallet.
yeah.
And we don't know anything about Lamoyet's dApp because he's an owner and single contributor, so only he can do something.
Right. This, it's sort of an added step. I mean, we're basically going to have a browser-based app that works with some kind of proxy that
Why proxy? You can call APIs, call rnode API directly, so you just need to deploy transfers. And as you know, there is a new version of listen for data at name. So observable events, as you know, it's like things that you can listen for when the node is running. So you just connect your wallet to to one of the validators and deploy to that validator and listen for stuff on that validator. And you have tool provided, developed by Tomislav to easily communicate out from JavaScript, both web and Node.js, how to call the rnode API.
right, but that uses a proxy.
Well, he uses Envoy. I forgot why he's using Envoy, actually.
Right. So we still need the proxy. I'm not sure why. I thought it had to do with gRPC.
Yeah, well, because gRPC is working on the HTTP/2 and it's another protocol for gRPC and for JSON web-based. So you need a converter.
Okay, we need the.
So ideally, Thomas, we could get Thomas Love on the team. That would be great.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm making some notes here as far as what we have and what we need and piecing it together. So am I tracking correctly as far as the pieces here? So under
Create wallet, right?
Right. So this is for creating the MyRChain wallet, and we're kind of discussing the
Right. Feature would be create under features.
Okay.
C is features. There you have it. Create.
Okay. Yeah. Create features. Okay.
No, create. The feature is create wallet.
Features. Oh, okay. Well.
What is necessary?
Was that Arvin? Was someone saying something?
Maybe we should arrange what to do first. For example, the transfer and the creation, address a creation.
Okay.
And I'm curiosity about the smart contract.
Smart contract.
Contract, yeah. So is their rnode API, I can just call to transfer the REV by now.
So that would be a deploy. Smart contract would be a deploy, or deploy is more general than a smart contract, because it could be, may or may not be a contract that you're deploying.
Okay.
Well, you cannot call rnode CLI or an API saying that I want to, and provide them with the wallet you need to send rev to, but you need to deploy a contract that is making a call. If you want, I can send you that contract template.
Yes, that, no, that's part of the transfer rev. It behind the scenes does a deploy, but a user can also use a wallet like my Ether wallet to execute a contract or deploy code. They can have a text box somewhere that deploys code. Is that what you're talking about, Arvin?
Okay.
You want to run something. You want to run some. You want to run something on our chain.
Contact to the network in the test network.
So, sorry.
And I mean, just I need to deploy the contact to the test network and then use the API, or just I can just call the API, and I only consider about the interface and front end. Do I to work on the contact?
No, so basically, please take a look at the.
That's it for your.
Sorry.
Disconnected. There we go.
I'm muted.
Yeah.
Take a look, please, at the link that I pasted in the Zoom chat. The main contract that we need is the transfer funds. So to transfer funds, you need to, as you can see, there is a template placeholders for real values, from which we're sending to whom we're sending the amount. So to send refs, you need to substitute from to and amount from the which you want to use to make this transfer, and to sign this deploy with the private keys of the from wallet, and deploy this signed deploy to the validator, and wait for that validator to propose this deploy. So when this validator will execute the deploy, ref will be transferred. The another question, how to see if this deploy is successful, and when it is successful, and is there any events triggered in by the node so we can subscribe to. And right now it's in it works through the gRPC endpoint, which is known as listen for data at name. It's called like that. So you are listening for data at some particular name. It's not very handy. So right now there is another way to get data out from our node. And I hope, we all hope that it will be finished and it will be very useful. But basically there are two parts. You need to cook a deploy. You need to sign this deploy, you need to send this deploy to validator, and later you need to subscribe to some event inside their rnodes to get the moment where this deploy deploy was executed and rev was transferred. So does this make sense, Arvin?
Yeah, I just understand this process. I mean, is this the transfer function is on the testnet, or just I need to deploy it by myself?
Test transfer. I don't. I'm not sure I understand the question.
I mean, just is this transfer function is on the net, or I must to deploy this contact on to the net again.
So, can you open the transfer funds that row? Do you see it?
Open here we go.
So, as you can see, there is a call of @revvolt contract. Do you see it? So this revvolt name, revvolt contract, is in the genesis. And this contract has some methods: find and create, deploy auth key, and so on. So this contract is already in the testnet. It's inserted in the genesis block. And to send revs, you need to call its methods. So all this contract is about is just to calling these contracts methods. Is it more clear?
The screen with delay, I didn't see it clear.
Can you see it now?
Your voice is not match the screen, so I'm not very clear about it. What I mean is that can I only focus on the front end and just call the API? The function about address creation or the transfer can there's someone else can help me to do it?
I can help you. I think many people can help you, but the tricky one of the trickiest parts is to maintaining accounts. So how do you create an account inside your wallet? Where do you store passwords? Because
in my design, I think creation is use the private key or like most other blockchain design 12 memory phrase or private key.
So do you keep that? You keep that in the browser, or where do you keep that? In the interface?
Yeah, it's just an interface. We don't just store this user's private key, or I design another like extensions in the browser like MetaMask.
Right.
And guys, take a look at the link I posted. Ian shared this with me recently. So basically there is a library that allows you to sign messages with MetaMask. And as we now have signing compatible with the Ethereum, we can use this library and to assign any payload with MetaMask. I didn't take a look into that, and I know if there is some automated way to call some function and to call, which will open the MetaMask and to sign deploy and to pass that signed deploy back into the browser. So this would be a nice way if this can be done.
Maybe this is a good example of we can work on Archer Wallet, Archer Wallet.
Yeah, but maybe we can use this exact thing and to use MetaMask to sign deploys. So basically, the most vulnerable piece of code is how to sign the payload, how to sign the deploy.
Hey, NetZipper.
Yeah.
That you were showing, was that the same as what Ian was pointing out? I think he had a conversation with you to go over like Dan Finley's work or something with Zipper. I mean, with the MetaMask. I
guess yes.
Okay. So yeah, because I had that as one of the goals to make sure that what Ian was proposing is processed with the team that is developing this thing.
I see.
Okay, yeah. So with this, are we able to just do the ROC to Rev transfer, or are we able to do more with MetaMask with this API?
ROC to Rev?
With this set of stuff that's available.
What do you mean by ROC to Rev?
Well, I thought
when we reach mainnet, everyone who has ROC is going to be converted. That ROC will be converted to Rev, the initial transfer from ROC to Rev.
Yeah, so basically the transfer will be, as I understand this, there won't be any transfer procedure. It's just all public keys and wallets that hold ROCs on the Ethereum network will be granted with the same amount of revs on the Archain network. And these wallets can be accessed with the private keys of Ethereum wallets. So if you hold a private key, you can access to your wallet on the Archain, as well as you can access your wallet on the Ethereum.
Okay.
So basically, if you want to transfer your revs on the Archain network, you need to deploy the transfer contract and sign this contract with the private key of your wallet that is transferred from the Ethereum network. And this should work because cryptography is the same for Ethereum and for Archain.
So I understand that it's not the same, but there's a compatibility. As I understand it, I mean, there's things that are the same about it, but it's not completely the same.
Why not? It's the same signature algorithm, isn't it?
Yes, I'm trying to think.
So basically, to have access to your funds, you need to sign your deploy with the right private key. And this is all you need, your private key.
Okay. So. Okay. So, but as is okay. Gotcha. So let's see here. So is the next step speaking with?
Yeah, I'm curious. Like, Arvin, does this help? Does this conversation help you make progress with the stuff you're doing, or what? You have any more questions or things you want to get clarity on.
Yeah, I think this conversation is okay enough. I can work on my Ultra wallet next. Yeah.
I wasn't quite clear. What will you be working on next, Arvin?
I first work on the basic Archain wallet interface without the transfer function. Just
Okay.
more demo, but without function demo. Just you can open the website and just explore it, but the real function like transfer, that there is a maybe not work, and this part maybe um, I will work on later. Yeah,
Okay.
the basic interface and the um, first function is about creation, the address creation.
Okay. And this wallet is going to be a web wallet. Someone would go to a website and create an
And
account.
I just registered the domain, just my archainwallet.com.
Oh, okay. What I'm sorry. What was the domain? My Archain wallet.
My archainwallet.com.
Oh, okay. MyArchainWallet.com will be the domain. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm curious if we if we go there now. I'm just curious to see my
No, you can't see anything.
nothing there. Okay. I was just curious. Okay. Well, good. So you're the one who registered you registered that domain?
Yeah, I
Okay.
registered it.
Good for you.
Maybe 2 week or 1 week later, I will put the first version website interface to it.
Okay. And what we'll do in the meantime is we will speak with Tomislav Gorspik. He's familiar with the back end, and I still need to get a better understanding of all these moving pieces. So I may rewatch this video. So between Tomislav and Nutzipper on the call, and then you, do we feel that with those three individuals we would be able to actually come up and create a functional working wallet?
Yeah, I think after the first version, and I can have another conversation about the API.
Okay.
Work deeply about the transfer function. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm wondering if actually the wallet kind of should have its own slot rather than mixing it up with testing or whatever, only because there may be a bunch of different people that may be interested in the wallet conversation that are not interested in the testing piece. What do you guys think?
Oh, as far as a dedicated time during the week?
Yeah.
Okay. Arvin, what were you going to say?
I think maybe there is some function about change network, like MetaMask. You know, MetaMask, there is some kind of network part you can switch, either Midnight or Ringbay or some else network. We can just have some function like it and connect to the some test network. For example, testnet 2 or testnet 3, and so test the transfer function.
Okay, so why don't we? So I like the idea of having a dedicated time, just where we're talking on wallets, and bring up those points, those MetaMask questions that Arvin has. Now, and we have to be conscious of everyone's time zones. So,
right. So basically, both for Arvin and Tomislav, I don't know what Tomislav's availability is, but I would think earlier, like 9 a.m. or something, might work for both of them, because I think it's like pretty late for Arvin right now. Right.
Right. What time is it where you are, Arvin?
You mean the discussed time?
No, you're in China. I'm curious, as it's a little after 11 o'clock here in New York time. And what time zone are you in?
Plus 8.
Oh, past 8.
My local time now is 20 wait a minute, 23, yeah, 11 p.m.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's
Okay.
kind of late for him. So if we're going to schedule that, is earlier better for you, Arvin? Like if we do 9 p.m. your time or something like that?
I think this time is okay for me.
This time is okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess it could be either before or after the testnet session, if you guys want to figure out what works for Tomislav. I would also say perhaps Ian should be included in the invite as well as Chris Boscolo, because Chris is working on some aspects of this wallet stuff. Other guys that may be interested, probably Ned may be interested in that wallet conversation.
Yeah. Is there anyone else who is
So
developing?
Tomislav.
Okay. Okay, good. So I'll work on coordinating. So Arvin, he's going to continue to work on the web interface. So that's going to take a week or two, and that'll allow me time to coordinate a time for all of us to get together. So what if we were to make, so this time on Tuesday has been designated as a second rnode testing. What about the idea of just making this time, changing it from rnode testing to wallet discussion? Or do we want to continue to have the rnode testing and then have an additional wallet time?
That's a good point. I'm okay with converting this into a wallet discussion. And if as part of that, you guys do some testing or something like that. So certainly, like Arvin was suggesting, once the wallet has advanced a little bit, you might want to test against the
right. We'll need to be bringing in all the pieces together in order to get it executed. So there will be this element of wallet and development, but then we'll be discussing the rnode and connectivity issues as well.
Yeah. So if that is the case, I guess we should just maybe modify the title of this meeting to wallet or testing with wallet or wallet development and testing or whatever, something like that.
Okay.
NutZipper, would you be okay with that? NutZipper, you're muted.
Is he still on the line here?
Oops, looks like he dropped
Yeah.
out. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, this way people know that it's kind of a cross-cutting concern. But
right.
I mean, the wallet needs significant discussion at this point in time.
Yeah, yes.
That we want to get the right people at the table for that.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I'll catch up with Nutzipper regarding his availability. Let me add him here.
Yeah, and this wallet, of course, has multiple pieces to it, right? There is the stuff that Arvin is working on. There is the MetaMask stuff, and then there is potentially Ed's effort in this area. So,
yeah, and I'm not quite clear on how Ed's component, Ed's features fits in. Well, I'll just add it on here. It's
yeah, I mean, I don't think
it.
any decisions have been made about that, but it's something he was developing, and I don't know if he intends to make it open source or not. But I guess in any case, there's no harm in inviting him to these sessions to see
right.
what.
Okay.
I don't know if he can make it or not, but.
Should this to be an open source project?
Yeah, are you able to open source your stuff or no? Or what's your plan? I guess we should ask.
I think just open it is okay with me.
Okay.
Okay. And so I'll add that as a topic of discussion as far as what licensing criteria we want to consider.
Are you familiar with rsign?
Rsign?
rsign? You have, I put the link in the chat. Why don't I share my screen here?
So maybe about the lessons.
This is the art. See, can you see that on my screen now? The RChain signature tool.
RChain. Oh.
Okay, and on here you have a public key, data, password, and sign function. And then you have a row lining box and a signature box. This was a work in progress, and since this has been written, the signature has been changed to be the same as Ethereum. I'm not sure what this code uses, but it's in the RChain community rsign directory. Okay, you might think about using this as a basis for your interface. You can run your interface on this with this from this code. Make a branch or a fork of this code.
Okay. So this is an extension.
Yeah, it's a Chrome extension to for RChain, but the only thing it would do here is create signatures. It didn't actually talk to the blockchain.
Mm.
Okay, so things have changed a little bit. So Nutzipper might help you follow the right crypto routines because they've changed somewhat. But if you have the ability to sign messages, then you can just do an API call to deploy. Just deploy you don't have to worry about how the transaction is done. You just have to deploy the code, right? It doesn't matter to you how it's done. It's already written. You have the contracts. You deploy them, and transfer is done. There's just one function. Well, there's two functions. One is you have to be able to sign. It means to be able to sign a message. And the second thing is you need to be able to do a deploy. Those are the only two things you need to do. Okay, and I was just suggesting that maybe maybe it would be good if that worked in the browser, like MetaMask.
So Jim,
my first choice is a website, and after I made a website, and I can just change it to a browser extension.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
But you might want to look at this and see how this works.
And I will check.
I would imagine you should be able to do this in the browser. I don't know exactly how, but
maybe if I just open another project, should I just join the Arch Communicate?
Oh yeah, are you a member? You're a member of the co-op? I think you are. Yes, you are.
GitHub? Maybe not.
he doesn't think he's currently a member.
Yeah, Arvin, did you ever pay money and go through identification process with the Bloom?
No. I just a member of co-op. Arch Co-op. I mean, there's maybe I'm not a member of Arch Communicate of the GitHub.
Oh, I see.
GitHub.
I don't think any of us are.
So if I just open the My Arch wallet, open source, I think it should be added to this project.
Yes, yeah, your project should certainly be in the Archain GitHub account. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe I just make some.
You want to add him to the
Make demo first, and it depends after the first project. Yeah. We can.
We can fork your repository, and we can add you to the GitHub. Right? Any of us can add him to the community, right?
And yeah. I think another thing was there was he's not able to view Atlassian tickets. There was here. Let me post the Arvin in Discord. I posted this this link, and you said you were not able to open it. Is that still the case?
Let me see.
There are a lot of things blocked in China. But I don't think it takes any permissions to look at Atlassian. And I added them to the Google group. So you can access our GDocs, Google Documents.
It's just I just submit the error request. I can open the page, but after I log in, it shows that I submit error request.
Want to share your screen? We want.
Like,
Can we see it?
wait a minute. I just
Well, you don't have to.
cap.
It's easy. It's easy. I just. Oh.
I know it's blacked.
Yeah, so there's a share button in the toolbar at the very bottom. It's a green box with an arrow. You click on the share button and then another screen opens up, and then that's how you can share.
Oh, you mean I share the screen?
Right. If you share your screen, we
Okay,
can.
okay. I know. Wait a minute. How about this? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen now.
I just hover the join with this account. What
Okay.
should I do next?
Uh,
I don't remember that ever happening, but yeah. Why don't you just join?
Maybe I need to try another account with my Gmail. So it's just blank.
It's slow.
Yeah, maybe it's.
I see some Chinese characters now at the top. Doing something.
So maybe I need to skip it.
is that Mandarin or Cantonese?
Yeah, another you can have been to this site. Do I need to click this?
Yeah, I guess perhaps he just needs to create an account.
Now, so what are you trying to do on Atlassian? You're trying to create tickets or something, or what? What's...
So he had a question about creating test rev, and so I put in Discord a ticket that Chris Boscolo created regarding the process that our chain will do to create test rev and how to request test rev. So I posted that in Discord, and Arvin wasn't able to open it. So for any ticket, any RChain ticket that's in Jira, he's not able to pull it up to open it. So I had mentioned that we would work with him to help him figure out how he can look at Jira tickets. We all look at Jira tickets and we take it for granted, but for some reason, Arvin's not able to access any of them.
Yeah, you say it's just blank. It's
still loading.
Yeah.
Well, so slow.
Well, here's the plan. Arvin, at your convenience, why don't you work on creating a Atlassian account? And after you create an Atlassian account, see if you can open up Jira tickets. And if you still can't, then we'll figure out what plan B, what the next steps are. But all of that is off on another topic. But here, but I
Try,
think
try the link I just put in.
Also, Arvin, can you type your email here in the chat?
What was what
What's your
type
email?
what?
Your
yeah,
Gmail.
Gmail. Yeah. It show up.
and with your Gmail, Rao, he can give you additional access to Jira that other people.
Yeah, this is my Gmail.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So this panel is
It's just very slow.
very slow. So now I can access to it.
Okay,
Okay.
good. So yeah, this is all the work that the RChain core development is doing and building out the RChain platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which part it's about the tickets is about
And that was ticket 2973.
2973. Is
yeah.
this one?
Oh, yeah, looks like it's that one right there.
Okay.
Document a process for testnet users to receive test rev. So over on the right is the so that's the information about the ticket and what's being done.
Okay. Oh, there's another ticket about multi-sign wallet.
Right. So they need to address ticket 3196 before ticket 2973 can get working. So it's this ticket 2973 is dependent on the progress of another ticket.
Okay.
So this is the test rev is not working, right?
Yeah.
This is
No, correct. This isn't hasn't been implemented yet.
So in order to have rev now, you have to be in a wallet at Genesis.
Yeah, so 2973 is just a documentation of a process, and Mike stays working on the actual ticket. That's the other one that you were referring to, if you go below.
But if you want to have rev now, you have to be in the wallets.txt.
Yes.
So you have to ask for a private key that has rev in its wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, how soon do you need it, Arvin? Are you like 2 weeks away from it, or a week away from it, or how soon do you need it?
Well,
NetZipper gave me a private key with rev. I'm not using it.
Well, I think Arvin's still working on that web interface, which is going to take him a week or two. And then I think once we reconvene, we can see where he's at, and then we can work on getting him that private key to get test rev and those types of things.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good to me.
Okay. Okay, good. Anybody else have any other thoughts? You're doing great work, Arvin. Yeah, I like your user interface. It's very clean and intuitive, very understandable. You're doing a great job.
It's my honor.
Okay,
Yes.
guys. Yep. Welcome, Arvin. It's great to have you on board here. Dimworm recommends you.
Yeah, good work, Arvin. I appreciate your work. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Mm.
Have a
So
good day, everyone.
we're done recording this, right? So we can close this. I'll talk to you guys later then.
Yeah. Have a good day, Rao. Thank
Yep.
you,
Have a
Arvin.
good one.
Thank you, Jim.
Bye.
Have a good day.